Yo, what's up everybody? Welcome to Florida Hood Blogs. This is Jose. We're going to talk a little bit about Miami and how Miami is handling the current situation with the lockdown. I'm going to say I was surprised by the level of maturity that I found with the residents of Miami. Miami definitely beat my expectations. I expected to find horrifying things in Miami. Actually, the contrary was true. We're going to talk about my review. Of course, I was only in Miami for one day, so this is just what I personally saw on a Monday in Miami. So let's talk about it. I really want to travel to the state right now and get a perspective on how every area of the state is handling this situation. In Naples, where I live, East Naples seems to be very neglectful. North Naples, where I live, seem to be very respectful. So far, I'm going to say that Hialeah, the section of Miami in Hialeah, had the most respectful. I'm talking at least 90% of everybody on the street. I'm not even talking about in stores. I'm talking about on the street. 90% of the people that I saw in Northwest Miami, Hialeah, and most of normal areas of Miami. Around downtown, you saw a lot of people that weren't wearing masks, but within the residential neighborhoods of Northwest Miami and Hialeah, it seemed like these communities are really taking this seriously, and they're taking a lot of precautions. To my surprise, I really expected ignorance. Usually, we tend to associate ignorance with poverty, and these are regular working class neighborhoods, so I really expected them to be the most ignorant areas regarding their health and all that, and they wouldn't care. Usually poor people don't care about anything. So I was surprised to see, and I'm just being honest with you guys, I was really surprised to see these particular neighborhoods being the most respectful. I guess 80 or 90% of people wearing their mask, even if they were just walking outside. I even saw a very young child in Miami riding his bicycle, very young, and he was wearing his mask. So I really respect that. I'm not here to debate whether it's a host or it's a fake, or we're not here to debate that. We're just here to talk about what I saw on the ground and what people are doing, which says a lot about a community if you think about it. Well, I came in through 27, and the first thing that I saw was Hialeah. Usually it takes about 2 hours to drive through Hialeah, and I think I did it in something like 25 minutes. So definitely there's not as much traffic on the road in Miami. I will say this though, there was more traffic in Hialeah than I expected. So it seems like people are taking their precautions, wearing masks, but Hialeah hasn't stopped. Hialeah, I think, out of all the cities I've seen in Florida, is the one city that has not stopped. It could be because most of the work is essential. There's not too much tourism there, so most of the businesses there are essential businesses. So it could be that the types of businesses there have to keep moving, and there's all working class people, so they have to keep it moving. So it's definitely a possibility that Hialeah isn't able to get back, isn't able to retire like rich people can. In some areas, they're able to really shut down. Like in Naples, it's completely shut down in some areas. So it varies a lot from place to place from what I've traveled. Some places, especially the tourist districts, Fort Myers Beach, South Beach, Miami Beach, these places are complete ghost towns at this point throughout the entire state of Florida. Here in Southwest Florida, Naples, Fort Myers area, I was really disappointed at the Hispanic communities in that we don't seem to care very much. I'm Latino, so I can say that without any worries. We don't seem to care very much, and it's very disappointing. A lot of people on the internet are venting the anger at their own community because we're not really taking this seriously. However, the opposite can be said in Miami. They're really taking their precautions. Everybody's wearing their mask, but at the same time, it doesn't seem like they're letting it get in the way of business. People are still doing what they have to do. I noticed a lot more people collecting scrap metal in Miami than usual, so I'm going to guess there's a lot of people out of work, and that's the only thing they can do. And I would not want to be picking up scrap metal right now, especially in Miami. Miami has the highest concentration out of all the Florida locations. So it's a tough decision to make for those who care about their health to have to be doing that. I personally make landfill runs with furniture and stuff like that, and I've told all my customers, hey, I'm not going to landfill right now, so if you need a landfill run, I can't help you. Look, people, everything's done as a prevention, to prevent things from getting out of hand. Nothing wrong with that. Prevention, there's nothing wrong with prevention. It's like saving money. There's nothing wrong with saving money. You're protecting yourself. It's nothing wrong with protecting yourself. And stopping your life for a month or two, it's not a big deal. I mean, crap, I'm actually getting used to this. I like it. I don't have to. Here's what I like about this traffic. I can travel all over Florida. I mean, crap, I took 15 minutes from Miami Beach to the Miami airport. Usually that's over an hour and a half, hour 15 or something, depending on traffic. You know what I mean? We've started cooking at home. We were eating out. We were spending so much money eating out. We're saving money now. So it's actually been great for my economy. I'm not making as much, but we're not spending as much either. And that's great. We're learning to save money. We're learning to eat at home. So I can say a lot of positive things have come to my household. I've also learned to slow down a little bit, turn off the phone, not worry about work as much. If you have food, you're happy. So I've drawn a lot of positive things from this situation. Some people just haven't been able to appreciate the situation. They're so self-centered, or they're so used to their fixed routine that they haven't been able to appreciate the changes that have come from this situation. I've definitely been able to benefit, learn, and it's been good for me. I've made the best out of it. Actually, it was very hard at first, but hey, I'm getting used to it, and you just make the best out of every situation, and you have better results if you're positive. Here's the area of Miami where I saw the least concern. Definitely Miami Beach. Young people, the ones that are on their rollerblades and their skateboards and their bicycles, and they're riding their bicycle down Miami Beach. I think I saw 2 people on the entire Miami Beach wearing a mask. So most young people there, they think they're not affected by this, so they don't care. Basically, South Beach, and again, I'm not taking sides on whether this is real or fake. We're not doing that on this video. I'm just giving you guys a report on what I saw in the streets of Miami. It definitely seems like people on Miami Beach do not care. The ones that are there right now, they do not care. Maybe 5% of the people in that area were wearing their mask, if that. One of Miami's biggest problem is the amount of people with mental health problems. I was in Southwest Miami, which did not seem to be as interested in protecting themselves as other Latino areas like Hialeah, where people were protecting themselves. Southwest Miami, I walk into a gas station. The bathroom door was open, which is a bad indication. Means usually that there's so much going on in that area that the bathrooms have to have the doors open so that nobody passes out, falls asleep. And it's a bad indication. So I usually have a really good input on Southwest Miami, but I guess this was close enough to downtown to where it was still kind of shady. So I guess the further out you move, the nicer it gets. Well, anyways, Southwest Miami, walk into this gas station, the door's open, there's a homeless person washing a rag, not in the sink, people, in the toilet. I talked to him in English. He did not reply, so I guess he might have spoke Spanish. I just assumed because he was homeless, he spoke English. You don't find too many homeless people that speak Spanish. I guess this guy was the exception, because he did not reply to me. He just kept doing his business. I hadn't been able to use the bathroom all day long, so I really needed to go. So I waited, pumped my gas. The homeless person walks out of the bathroom with the rag they were washing, and they go on to put it on their face. Remember, they weren't washing it in the sink. They were washing it in the toilet. Puts it on his face, takes it off his face, and starts to wipe down door handles, benches, and other public things in the area. I guess this homeless person doesn't understand how microbes work, thinks he's doing the right thing by wiping things down with a rag that he washed in a toilet. Very disturbing. I think the mental health situation in Miami is going to aggravate the problem for that city. There's just too many people that don't have any mental capacity. Very unfortunate thing to see, and wow, it's just one of those things that I'm always going to remember. It seems like every time I travel to big cities, you see stuff like that. I don't know if people who live in big cities become desensitized to this type of things, but every time I travel to a big city, I see something that it's just like, it's going to take a while for that to be erased from my memory. Overall, I can say that I'm very impressed with what I saw in Miami as far as people being responsible. I actually had very low expectations for what I was going to see. I expected to see complete mayhem, and I thought I was going to feel, I was prepared to feel indignant at Miami. When I was driving there, I really did not expect to see what I saw, especially between the Latino community there. Goes to show that you can't judge a book by its cover. Another area that I saw something I didn't like, as far as people not taking care of themselves, was in Liberty City. There was 2 gatherings of large groups. Apparently nobody was wearing their mask. In one of the groups, the people were sitting very close to each other. It's nice that they're able to do that as a community, but it's very concerning that they don't really seem to care about spreading diseases. I hope you guys enjoyed this video of what I saw in Miami, and if you live in Miami or you've been to Miami, let me know how your area is doing anywhere, wherever you are, let me know. So if you live in Florida, wherever you live, I'm just curious how many people in your area are wearing masks, a rough percentage. Let me know what's going on the streets, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Jose, Florida Hood Blogs, checking out.